Hi, welcome to Carolyn with the K's Kitchen. Today I'm talking about my mom and dad. She was T and he was Ted. What a great couple. They had one car. My dad drove it to work every day and my mom stayed at home and cooked every night. She was a good cook. Often I would hear my dad say, "T, can I please have another slice of that apple pie? I just want to see if I really liked it or not." During the holidays, turkey was the choice of bird that we had. We had mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce from a can, and oyster dressing. And that's where I'm going to begin today with oyster dressing. We lived in the middle of the United States, St. Louis, and oysters only became available around holiday time. And I have a few oysters to show you what they look like. This is a Chesapeake Bay oyster. It's closed. And it's kind of funny looking, but inside it's delicious. And this is a Blue Point oyster. Got a funny little hump on here. Maybe there's a pearl inside. I don't know. And here is a Barrier Island oyster, which seems a little small. Now I have the ingredients for opening an oyster, but I don't know if I can. I'm going to wear a protective glove because you have to cut in. There's a hinge that closes the oyster up. And I don't know if you can see it. It's right in there that I got to get. So I'm going to, well, it's not going to work. It's okay. What I have instead is this. They're already shelled. I don't have to think about shelling them. So I'm going to open the can. And the first thing that my mom would do was she would check through. Oh, first of all, I need to tell you, this is a plastic can. I remember the container that my mom always got. It was cardboard, and it was a lot bigger than this. This is just 8 ounces. And she would check through to make sure there were no shells. I don't really think I need to check through these. These came from the grocery store and I think they're going to be fine. Okay, we never had the dressing with breadcrumbs. Our dressing was always this oyster dressing. So first I put in ghee. I don't think my mom ever used ghee, but I do use it because it has a higher smoke point. I put in ghee, put it on a good fire, and I saute. It's almost like you do bread dressing. I saute, I put in shallots too. I love shallots. You put in the onion, and you put in lots of onion, lots of parsley, and celery. Oh, I want to talk to you about celery. Celery, I think, is absolutely one of the most important things in oyster dressing. And my mother always put in the leaves. She said, "These leaves are the sweetest. I want to show you something." See, I took the celery and I cut it down the middle. And look at these tender white pieces in here. They're just great. So I saute them all up, plus with the shallots, like this. Like a little one, what do they say? Overboard, a little bit overboard. I got a little bit too busy with it. Now while that's going, I'm going to get 2, my mom always specified jumbo eggs. She wanted the best eggs possible and she liked big eggs. These aren't jumbo, but they're going to work great. So you get 2 eggs. That's going to hold everything together. This is sauteing up beautifully, beautifully, beautifully. Throw a little salt in it and pepper. My mom loved to use a lot of pepper. She never used garlic. My father didn't like garlic, so I never grew up with garlic. And she never used sage, and that might have been the reason that she didn't do the bread dressing, was because everybody uses sage in that. And sage was not a spice that she liked. So we saute up this. Oh, who doesn't like the smell of onions? It's fantastic. Onions, celery, all that good stuff. And you can put in a little bit of butter too. Butter always brings a great taste to everything that you make. Beautiful. Okay, this really doesn't need a lot of sauteing. What I did prior was I did my rice. So instead of bread, it's used, oyster dressing uses rice. And my mother always wanted river rice. I couldn't find it at the store, so I just got regular converted rice. And I did it with, the box says 2 1/4 or 2 1/2 cup water to 1 cup. I did 2 cups water to 1 cup, not 2 1/4, 2 1/2. I guess I like my rice. Great, it was great. Then take the eggs, beat them up well. Oh, and you need some kind of liquid. So we put in a little bit of chicken broth. Couldn't remember for a minute. And I'm going to be done with this. But I don't want to put this super hot mixture in with the eggs yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the rice in with the eggs. I don't know how much rice I want, so I'm going to hold back a little bit. Mish it, I don't know if that's a word, but it is what I'm going to do. Mish it all together. And then I'm going to get the oysters. Now, I like to cut the oysters into pieces because, I don't know, I don't think you want a whole oyster in the oyster dressing. Do you see them? I know, they're a little bit slimy. But you know what my mom used to do? She used to take a couple of these oysters when she was ready to do the turkey and everything, and she used to give them to my dad. And he used to eat 2 or 3 of them for breakfast. Can you believe that? I think oyster lovers can eat any time of the day. So I'm going to cut up my oysters. I think I need a few more. And I think they call this the liquor, I think, that's in the shell, that's in here. I'll put a touch of it in. Just a touch, not a lot. Not a lot. Just going to see how much I need. I'll use whatever I need to use. So then, here they go! Oysters! More oysters! Let me try it raw.
Are we going to the ER?
They taste a little like the sea. I gotta tell you. One more taste. I like them. My dad used to put lemon on them. Okay, got it mixed up together. I'm gonna put more on. They're actually a very mild flavor. Yeah, I'm glad I tasted them. And now I put in this. Now the question is, do I need more rice or not? Yeah, I'm gonna put in more rice. I'm gonna put in more rice. This is something that you have to do by eye. And I'm gonna wipe my hands. And I talked to my sister about it. She said, Carolyn, don't forget the pepper. Pepper is something Mom used a lot. She wasn't big on salt. And I'm not big on using salt either. But pepper, you want it. I think it looks great. I'm going to put all this good stuff. You know, this is the stuff you like. That's in the bread stuffing, bread dressing, bread stuffing, whatever you want to say. And then I put it in this bowl. You look at it, see if you need a little more liquid. I don't think I need any more liquid. Oh, lemon, lemon, lemon. Let's put some lemon on it. Little lemon. And, oh, here, a little smushed up butter. It's ready for the oven. I'm going to have my oven set at 350. How long does it take? That is a great question. No more than a half an hour. But you need to check it. And what my brother and sister and I used to love was it would used to get crusty on the top. The rice used to get brown and crusty. That was our favorite part. Here it goes in the oven. Okay, I'll see you when it comes out, and thank you very much. Can you believe it? I'm back. I wanted to show you what happened with our oyster shucking. First of all, the next time you go in a restaurant and you order oysters, you better give that shucker a good tip. First of all, this is what happened to the knife. Never use a knife for shucking oysters. But what we did find, and the scissors was like, I don't know why we have that. But this is what you need, a screwdriver. And it does work. This one came out. There's that little oyster laying in the bed. This is kind of part of the oyster in the bed. And this is the oyster that we could not get open. And I know that there's a pearl inside. My sister told me that my dad once found a pearl, but it was an all rough, not a nice pearl. Is that a true story? I don't know. Could be, could be. Anyway, thank you so much. This is Carolyn with the K's Kitchen, and it's been nice talking to you. Hi, welcome back to Carolyn with the K's Kitchen. It's time for me to do two things. Number one, to wish my granddaughter Sadie happy birthday. She is no longer in the teenage years. Yep, she's 20 years old. Unbelievable. The other thing that I need to do, oh, I have a third thing. Ask you to subscribe to my space station. And now it's time to test. Okay, I go in with my spoon. There it is. My oyster. See, I'm going to get a taste here that has a bit of oyster in it. I was really amazed at how mild the oysters were when I tasted them. I think that's why when you get them in a restaurant and they charge you oceans of money, that they put some flavoring with it, because they really are mild. I'm going to say what my dad always said. Can I have a little more of that oyster dressing? Let me see if I really liked it. It's good. It's really good. Please try it sometime. You'll surprise. Take care. Thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.